operated by the Persian Gulf Helicopter
You want me to
Services
shut down the TV?
used for offshore
And I'm good. I'm good.
exploration, search and rescue, and transportation of oil rig workers. More war crimes there. We've got footage earlier this morning purporting to show a warehouse at a U.S. consulate compound in Erbil, the capital of Iraq's Kurdistan region, after an explosion caused by a successful Iranian missile and drone strike there. We'll play this clip.
You able to get the answer?
Mm.
Okay. You have to scroll down too. Yeah, record those answers.
Hey, I said keep these frozen until the chicken salad sub is back.
It is back.
Is it still made fresh in store and loaded with slow roasted all white meat chicken?
Yeah, still the same.
I can't
Too
believe
nice.
how long was I in there? 16 years?
About 11 months.
The chicken salad sub is back for $8.95 for a limited time only at Jersey Mike's.
New low-resolution satellite images confirm that the Iranian missiles and drones struck a Patriot air defense battery in Erbil right there. The IRGC say they targeted the following this morning already at the Muwafiq Salti Air Base, aircraft hangars, aircraft maintenance hangars, U.S. soldier housing areas in Kuwait, Camp Burin, Camp Al-Doha, Camp Arjafan, and Ali Al-Salam Air Base, ammunition depots, deployment sites in Bahrain. Iran says it hit fuel storage tanks, large equipment warehouses and hangars, the Amazon data center, which we showed you the satellite footage of, that data center was destroyed, and Iran says it will now start destroying Google and all these other companies' data centers in the region as well. Iran's foreign minister, Araghchi, said the following moments ago: the position of the Islamic Republic of Iran is now far higher and stronger than in the past, and we emerge from this war with strength, and going forward, we will get through this stage with even greater strength. What is important is that the Islamic Republic of Iran is now recognized as a symbol of strong, steadfast, and resilient country, and this is a path we will continue on in the future as well. He goes on to say, Iran has shown that we will not submit to America's bullying, and we will by no means respond to the language of force, pressure, and threats. We neither fear threats nor bow to pressure, and we will not tolerate the language of threats. We have a principled policy, and we continue to pursue it, protecting the people of Iran and safeguarding Iran's interests in the Strait of Hormuz are among our principles. We are pursuing them. As long as the legitimate objectives and demands of the Iranian people are not fulfilled, it is natural that we will continue our path. I think it's so important that we have an accurate media diet because there is so much propaganda out there that's trying to say, oh, Iran is fully obliterated, they're going to submit, they want to make a deal. By the way, it's why I get my news sources in the morning when I do these videos from Ground News, which provides me with what's the coverage look like on right-wing media, what's the coverage on left-wing media, what's the so-called center saying, so I can compare them, I can see bias, I can see what's independent media reporting on, I can see what corporate conglomerates are reporting on, and Ground News has this color-coded layout. It makes me easy to see this political bias. For example, I was looking at this article, RNC chair outlines GOP message as Trump and Republican disapproval grow, and it was noteworthy that this was what's going on in right-wing media is covering this very heavily, and not really on left-wing media or on center. And I think it's helpful that you see that right now in right-wing media, there's massive disarray because Trump's catastrophic war, the economy is being destroyed, and I was reflecting on, it's just fascinating that there's no coverage of how the RNC chair is flapping right now. I use Ground News, I hope you'll use it too, with their blind spot feature. It's something that I use on a daily basis. I believe in Ground News so much. We're offering you 40% off the same Vantage plan that I use for my research. Just go click the link in the description or go to ground.news/MTN or scan the QR code up here. It's one of the biggest discounts they offer. One more time, it's ground.news/MTN or scan the QR code up here. If you want to support this channel and get a clearer understanding of the world, try out Ground News. Now, speaking of that, what I just shared with you, take a look at what Harry Enten just discussed about the higher gas prices
Trump seems so politically tone deaf. I mean, this is what we're talking about. It's like, oh, you know, it's worth it to me. You know, I'm not actually taking part in the midterm elections. But just look at this. Just look at these numbers here. Is the Iran war worth higher gas prices? I don't know. This obviously, this poll wasn't conducted in the last 24 hours, so this doesn't even take into account most.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially gotten to Rhino John Thune. We are now starting to hear from multiple sources that Senate Majority Leader Rhino John Thune is starting to lose his mind from the pressure from President Trump and the White House over the Save America Act. Also, we are hearing that he totally lost it on Press Secretary Carolyn Levitt. Yes, that sweet woman who just had a baby. Rhino John Thune snapped on her. This is being reported by The Hill. I think originally it came from Punchbowl News.
Is it hard to be a white inmate here? That is
Tell me who is high or low.
There's a piece of paper sitting at your mortgage company right now that could drop your monthly payment by $540 permanently. It costs about $250. You keep your rate, you keep your loan, and nobody at the bank is going to bring it up. It's called a mortgage recast. And today,
With the sacrifice of American lives on the line, let's bring in MS Now Pentagon reporter Priya Sridhar. Peter Baker is chief White House correspondent for the New York Times and an MS Now contributor, and Kevin Barron is founder of Elevation Global Strategies, a national security analyst, the former vice president of the Pentagon Press Association. Priya, what is happening here?
Yeah, that's a great question, Alicia, and I think it's just been astonishing to watch this occur over the last several days, especially because most people had never heard of the Defense Casualty Analysis System, or DCAS as we call it. That's the website where the Pentagon is supposed to update.
As Donald Trump continues to
traveling all the way to the eastern region of Ghana, a city that is about 2 hours drive from Accra, the capital of Ghana. And there is a man that is here in this city called Somenya. And this guy traveled all the way from the United States to Ghana, and he's building some beautiful projects that I want you all to see.
When you think of Iran, you probably think of this.
65 people have been killed in demonstrations that began in Tehran almost 2 weeks ago.
Some 60 Americans found and blindfolded.
Donald Trump wants federal prosecutors to investigate his baseless claims of widespread voter fraud. But turning those claims into real charges, well, that is proving quite the challenge. According to the Washington Post, that's because many leads turn out to be either accidental or lack evidence of bad intent. People familiar with the cases tell the Post that the DOJ has investigated and then declined to prosecute multiple incidents of mistakenly registered non-citizens. In at least one instance, because the non-citizen suffered from Alzheimer's disease. And others.
At the mouth of the Guayas River lies the city of Guayaquil. It is the economic capital of Ecuador with 2.5 million inhabitants.
As you may or may not know, when Piers Morgan hosts a debate about American politics, it's very rare for the conservative to be outnumbered. Infamously, the liberal or progressive is usually outnumbered 2 to 3 to 1, right? Best case scenario, you get an even 2 versus